Hello everyone, I'm Nido King, and we are in Zanydu! Which has a lot of the coolest parts of the game right here. Of course, last time I promised you that we were going to go explore those two buildings to the side paths. We've got Wacme on the right, Jim's Gym on the left, and of course, Wacme is probably the second coolest part of the entire game. Once we go down that path on the right, you'll see what I mean for yourselves. So here we are outside Jim's Gym, which isn't that great, but what's with the fishtails on top of that building? I think maybe we'd better ask this guy what's up.
Excuse me, sir.
Outhouse security. I'll have to ask you gentlemen to step away from the rest facility.
Oh, yeah? Or else what?
Citizens, in my capacity as an outhouse security professional, this flushing establishment and its surroundings are within my jurisdiction. In short, from where you stand, I am the law. As such, I am authorized to deal with scoundrels, gangsters, charlatans, miscreants, rapscallions, ne'er-do-wells, and all other troublemakers as I see fit. This would include mercilessly beating you about the head with the shovel.
I think we better just do whatever he says.
I swear if it wasn't for the fact that I'm a pitiful coward, I'd step back a few feet and flip him off. Big time!
I would actually really like to see that.
Let me get this straight. You're guarding this outhouse?
Correct. No one is allowed inside until the clock strikes the end of my shift. Zanydu Penal Code Section 7, subparagraph 12.
But what if it's an emergency?
A fish flushing emergency?
Fish flushing?
Well, yeah. What else would we do in there?
Sir, I would caution you that entering an outhouse for any reason other than to flush fish would be considered toileting with intent, for which I can and will cause you pain.
Hey, what else would we do in there? Right, Flux?
I think I need to know more about this fish flushing business.
Look, we just want to flush some fish. Is that so wrong?
I believe I have made it very clear to you two that fish flushing hours are over. Come back after the Zanydu clock has chimed out the end of my shift. At that time, I shall spend exactly 30 minutes perambulating to my residence, and after ensuring that my dwelling is tidy and secure, will retire for the evening. Until then, I shall guard this flushing establishment with the selfless devotion expected of an outhouse security professional.
How about a bribe?
What could you possibly offer me to make me break the law, and in so doing tarnish the spotless reputation of the toilet sentry?
Drew?
Satisfaction of knowing you've helped someone in need?
So long, gentlemen.
Nice one, buddy.
Pity. I thought you were about to offer me a comfy chair.
Yes, we can get that. Just let us in.
Attempting to bribe an outhouse security professional is in direct violation of Zanydu Penal Code Section 5, subparagraph 13. Cease and desist, or ready your hiney for the mother of all spankings.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I think I'll just go back to general conversation.
So, we really can't go inside?
We promised not to make a mess.
You can neither go inside and make a mess, nor go inside and not make a mess.
Well, what about making a mess and then going inside?
The Zanydu clock will signal the end of my shift. At that point, and not a second earlier, you and your friend will be free to fish flush.
Boy, that is one dedicated security guard.
I'll say.
No, I mean really dedicated. The Zanydu clock is broken. It hasn't chimed in years.
Jeez, that's a hell of a shift. I'll bet he's pooped.
Could be. Plus, he's probably tired.
And of course, the joke, not the one about pooping, but the guard taking forever at his shift, was also used in Torrens Passage. Should probably look up which of those came first.
Zanydu Civil Code Section 5, subparagraph 25. In the unlikely event that the Zanydu clock is broken, an outhouse security professional may be relieved from his duties by the commode commandant. The commandant is easily identified by his purple complexion and green glasses.
Officer 10 Hut, I'm relieving you from your duties. Dismissed.
As an outhouse security professional, I am exposed on a daily basis to the scum of this world, to the dregs of society. And by this I mean, of course, the general public. There isn't a scam, swindle, or sting I haven't seen, heard, or smelled, so I find your commode commandant routine painfully transparent. P.S. Any future attempt to pose as an outhouse security officer, senior or otherwise, will result in the prompt insertion of my fist into your eye socket.
Lieutenant Blank, 10 hot, retreat!
Well, I was kind of hoping that would work, actually. Sometimes dialogue gets you through puzzles.
Officer, I just want you to know we're both very impressed by the fine job you're doing here.
Thank you, citizen. Now please, move along and...
However, I think it's only fair to inform you that the clock you've been waiting to hear strike the end of your shift. You know, so you can go home to your loved ones, maybe get a little rest, watch a ball game. Well, it's broken.
It hasn't chimed in years.
So you see, your shift was over a long, long time ago.
Zanydu Penal Code Section 3, Subparagraph 17. No citizen shall knowingly deceive or otherwise mislead, defraud, hoodwink, or dupe an outhouse security professional in the course of his, her, or its duty.
Hey, I have never hoodwinked.
I wouldn't dream of duping.
Or said security professional shall raise a big hairless bump on the aforementioned citizen's noggin and or noggins.
Have a nice day, officer.
Yeah, a nice never-ending day.
He's just never going to believe us. Oh well, I gotta find out more about him, I suppose.
Look, we don't even know what time your shift ends. Can you just slip away and take a quick look at the clock? And see if your shift is over?
I can't leave my post to look at clocks. Civil Code Section 8, Part...
But if you checked the clock and it really was fish flushing time, then you wouldn't actually have left your post. Because, technically, you would have already been off duty. Am I right?
Could you repeat that?
Just what kind of idiot do you two think I am?
I don't know. What kinds are there?
We have to go. But before we do, I want you to know that talking to you has been like beating my head against a brick wall. Only more so.
Thank you, citizen. It's been a pleasure thwarting your illicit activities.
I kind of like the theme song while you're chatting with him. Anyway, there's really only one important thing to do in this direction right now, and that's look at this poster.
An advertisement for a Wacme contest.
I'll move the cursor out of the way here so you guys can freeze frame if you actually want to read all the small print. It's kind of interesting, but the most important thing about this poster is that there's a Wacme contest, we can win some cool stuff, and there's a bunch of colored dots at the bottom. Kinda see them there. That's what we have to dial in order to get into the contest. They use colors instead of numbers in the cartoon world. So let's go ahead and take a look inside Jim's gym.
Work harder, you pathetic pipsqueak runt.
Yes, he's an Arnold Schwarzenegger parody.
Hi there, I'm Drew, and this is my friend Flux.
Oh look, two scrawny stick figures have wandered accidentally into my world-famous gym by accident. You two are obviously looking for the dress shop down the street. You will recognize it by the sign reading, "Yes, girls, come inside now. We have petite sizes."
Yeah, he really lays it on thick with the insults.
Let me guess. You're Jim.
Ooh, I am becoming flabbergasted. To my surprising, your little monkey head actually contains a tiny brain.
Actually, my species parted ways with the monkeys a long time ago. Then we started to use tools, grow vegetables, and domesticate lesser mammals, such as the canines.
Ha ha! While the monkey man grows vegetables, I am growing muscles.
I don't think he has any idea what I was talking about.
Yeah, well, that makes 3 of us.
Ugh.
Poser.
And so, what's so great about this gym anyway?
What is being so great about this gym was asking the pretty little lady man. My techniques have helped hundreds become stronger, less pathetic individuals. Of course, no pupil has ever come close to equaling my strength.
Of course.
But all of my customers are walking out that door able to kick the flabby hindquarters of weaklings like you. Take a certain sailor man. I put him on an all-spinach diet. You should see him now.
Actually, I think I have.
Well, getting the obvious pop culture references out of the way, I think the first thing we need to ask about is this Pump-O-Tron here.
What's that big machine in the corner?
You are looking at the ultimate piece of bodybuilding equipment, the Pump-O-Tron. Guaranteed to be beating even the most pathetic loser into a powerful specimen of manhood.
Hey, Drew, listen to that. Sounds like there's hope for you after all.
Sorry, Charlie. The equipment is only for club members.
Great. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and join up.
Wrong again, Pee-wee man. Membership is by invitation only. My invitation.
And, we're not invited.
Bingo, puny wimp runt.
Oh well, at least we can find out what that equipment in the middle is for.
Ugh.
That looks painful. So do the rings.
What's all the gymnastics stuff for?
That is my personal equipment. I use it to demonstrate my agility and grace.
If you ask me, all those bars and things look kind of dangerous.
To a clumsy, bumbling monkey like you, yes. But for me, my routine is as easy as 1, 2.
Say, Jim, could you possibly do us a small favor?
What is it that you are wanting? Speak, stick figure man.
Well, I was just wondering if maybe Flux and I could see your routine.
All right, I suppose I can be giving you a quick demonstration.
Oh boy, I can hardly be waiting.
Ugh. Well?
Wow! That was amazing! You could be famous! I mean, any circus would kill for a dog act like that.
Actually, I was thinking more of Letterman. You know, stupid pet tricks. Alright, we're done here.
Well, it's time for us to go. Hey, we must have been here several months in dog years.
Do not be getting attitude, smarty slacks, or I will be having no choice but to pound you into a puddle with teeth.
Yeah, how nice. You would leave our teeth intact. Well, let's just go ahead and pump up anyway. I think we need this permission. What the...
Stop right there, worm-like insect. That machine is only for club members. You are barely fit to look at it, let alone touch its shiny chrome.
Okay, that was kind of weird timing on all those actions, but let's just move along. We can't use the machine until we can become members of the gym. So, moving on. Like I said before, the best action in Zanydu is to be found at Wacme. And over here we can see the Zanydu clock.
That's the Zanydu clock.
It's broken, and while we can play around with it, we still don't know what time we need to set it to. The first time through the game I hit it by random, but for now let's just go on into Wacme. Oh, I got the right door, what do you know? Well, rather than just looking around here, I wanted to show you what happens if you don't get the right door. There's 4 doors, and there's lights above them.
Whoa!
If you pick the wrong one, it spits you right out. You have to go into the one with the light above it, which generally just means waiting around outside until the light turns on and then going in. But I love these two guys.
Hi there, guys.
He's Warp, I'm Woof.
Welcome to Wacme.
Great place you have here.
Oh, Wacme is just kind of a natural extension of Warp and me's hobby, see?
What hobby is that?
Beating the living crap out of each other for grins. One day we realized, hey, here we are beating the living crap out of each other. But what's in it for us? And then Warp said, you know, Wolf, wouldn't all self-respecting zanies just give their eye teeth for the opportunity to beat the living crap out of each other with the same style and finesse as us? Well, actually, Warp just kind of chuckled this weird chuckle. But I knew what he meant.
And so, Wacme was born. Abuse tools by the experts.
Exactly. We can put our names on Wacme products with confidence. Because we've tested every item personally, over and over, on each other.
You're obviously a shrewd businessman.
Hey, we saw a market niche and we filled it. In Zanydu, turn around and you step on someone who needs an anvil.
It's been a while since I was in here. Anything new?
Anything new? You hear that, Warp? Anything new? Are you kidding, mister? You turn around, we got something new every day.
I thought it was... Turn around, you step on somebody who needs an anvil.
Don't get smart, son. Stay the way you are.
So, what is new?
Our latest prototypes are in the case there. They aren't for sale just yet. But we'd be more than happy to demonstrate them for you.
And we'll certainly be getting a demonstration of all those things, but first, that Gift-O-Matic looks useful.
What's that machine in the corner?
That little beauty is the one and only free-fall Gift-O-Matic. Just push the button to start it, then stop it at the gift you want by pushing the button again. It's our little way of saying a big thank you to our valued paying customers.
Well, unfortunately, we're not a paying customer yet. So let's just get a demonstration of some of those things.
Could you demonstrate one of those cigars?
Absolutely. But be warned, this is no mere exploding cigar. This is the Fat Man of Trick Stogies. Smoking this sucker is real bad for your health. Best of all, it's guaranteed to go off in your mouth, not in your hands. Check it out.
These guys have a definite Chuck Jones vibe to them, I think. I'm going to save the punching glove for later and move immediately to the squirting flower.
Could we take a look at that flower?
Friends, this is not your garden variety squirting flower. Why sprinkle your buddy with plain old water when you can douse him with an unhealthy portion of extra strength acid? Show him, Warp.
Of course, can't you just kind of put any liquid you want in a squirting flower? Anyway, this last invention over here is probably the funniest one.
That powder looks interesting.
That's our patented shake and flake itching powder. Sure, lots of stuff can make you itch, but our powder has a special added ingredient, Lepro seed. I guarantee it'll give you a lot more than a little tingle. Ready, Warp?
Alright, and now onto the glove, and the reason that I saved it for last.
We We'd love to see a demonstration of that boxing glove.
Right away. Customer satisfaction is our middle name.
Let me guess. Turn around, you step on another satisfied customer.
Correct. Now listen up. With the simple press of a button, this glove will smash the living daylights out of any unsuspecting sucker's skull. The chump on the receiving end is guaranteed to see stars every time. Crush all you want, folks. This glove is built to outlast your victims' heads. Blow after beautiful blow. Observe. Note the quality of our genuine synthetic leather.
And while Warp is seeing stars, I think we'll just go ahead and grab those.
I'm sure he has plenty more where these came from.
And that'll be another cutifier ingredient.
Stars.
They'll go well with the stripes from the Malevolator blueprint. So, the Gift-O-Matic.
Mind if I use your gift machine?
I certainly do, friend. That machine is for our paying customers.
But I am a paying customer. Don't you remember? Just the other day? When I bought all that stuff?
No. But I'll tell you what, son. Just show me that Wacme stuff you're talking about, and I'll be happy to let you use our fine machine.
Alright, so if I can find some Wacme stuff, I can use the Gift-O-Matic, which happens to be at the center of every puzzle we've seen so far and haven't solved. But meanwhile, let's just take a look at these portraits.
What's with all the pictures?
You're looking at our favorite folks in the whole world, our paying customers. Every face on this wall belongs to a thoroughly satisfied client of ours. Ain't they a smiley bunch?
Sure.
Yeah, the ones who still have faces anyway.
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
Have I seen that guy somewhere?
Hey, I wonder if I can get a closer look at his badge here. And check that out, there's a sequence of 7 colored dots. Another one of those phone colors we've got to write down and memorize. Fortunately, I've already got that done, so I'm not going to take the time to write it down now. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Next time, we're going to go solve a whole bunch of puzzles, activate this Gift-O-Matic, and make huge strides in getting further in the game. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned.